Hi everyone, and welcome to Blackwood Engage Layout, the October update. It's been a couple of months since I've actually given an update. It was at the end of July when I last posted something, and just to take you guys back, one of the main things that I'd been doing in the last update was redesigning the junction, which is obviously this one here. This was moved back to where it's now sitting, and obviously the last time you saw this junction, the track had simply just been put in. There was no ballast on it. The track obviously required to be painted, and oops, pardon for me for kicking the camera there, and obviously the track along here that's in the shot there, that all had to be reballasted, and I had also taken out or relaid the track going through here. This track here all had to be relayed because there was obviously a point on the far side of the arched overbridge there. The other track that was new the last time was this track, if I get my big hand out the way, and this is the linking track that links into the two helix lines that you see there, and then obviously comes back, and as I come round you can see it joins back onto the main layout just at that bridge there. So all that track had to be painted, it all had to be ballasted, which obviously has taken a little bit of time, but most of my time has been spent on bridge construction work. Now, if you have watched the start of this video, you will obviously have seen the bridge that I'm talking about. I've just temporarily removed it because it is a removable bridge, but I will just pop it back in. Just goes in back in there. So this is another scale scenes kit. It's actually two scale scenes kit. It's the first one is the plate girder bridge, and then you've got the arched bridge which has been added onto it. So that took me quite a considerable time to construct this bridge, or these two bridges. It is now all finished. The road surface and the top's all painted, pavements are all in, it's all lined, so it's all good to go. As you can see, it's been built as a removable section of bridge, so it can be easily taken out if I'm wanting to lean over to work in maybe some other parts of the layout. Now, the actual girder bridge itself, this is the second time I've built this scale scenes kit. Those of you who have followed the channel for a while will remember that there is another girder bridge scale scenes kit that I built for another one of the road bridges that had to be extended, but it was built on a skew. Now, I was pretty happy with that bridge once it was built, but now that I see my latest efforts on this bridge, I think I can actually improve the skew version of it. So at some point I will probably not totally rebuild the bridge. The abutments are fine. It's actually this top part here which is better built in this kit or this version of the bridge than on the skew version. So at some point I will probably rebuild the parapets on the skew bridge. So that, to be quite honest with you, is what's been going on in the last couple of months. The building of this bridge did take many weeks to build, and then obviously the ballasting of the tracks, if I get my big hand out the way, the tracks here and just over there, that has taken up most of the time. If I move the camera around very carefully so you don't all get seasick, obviously the overhead portals, those were the ones that I showed you the last time. There aren't any more portals being added. However, the portals have been ordered, and I'm hoping that this week, notwithstanding postal strikes, that the end brass kits will arrive, and that will be my next project over the next few weeks, and that will be to build the portals, and it's really to complete the portals between, if I come round, between the new bridge here and going back to where the existing portals are up there. There's also obviously some ground cover to be put back in now that all these the additional track's been relayed. You can see where the baseboard's just been painted brown. That's obviously got to be scenicked up, and there is obviously where the track rubber is. If I remove the track rubber up, there is a small area of ground here that I've just been using as a sort of work base at the moment. That there has obviously all got to be scenicked, and that will take me again back round to this bridge. So going forward, it will be this section here that I'm just panning round. That will be the next section that I will be scenicking up to bring up hopefully to the same standard as you see down the rest of these helix lines. And that's basically it. It's a very, very short update. So I have been busy over the last 2 months, as I say, just to recap, ballasting the sections of track where I had to relay and move the junction back, and then obviously building the scale scenes bridge extension. And obviously going forward, the portals have been ordered from Enbrass. They should come hopefully this week, and then it will be a case of making those up, getting them installed, and then carrying on with filling in the little bits of scenery just in this section between the new bridge extension going back to where the scenery finishes at the moment. Once that's done, I'll then move over on to this side of the bridge, and I'll work up to the next bridge, because obviously it's got to be extended, and I've already got an idea as to what that bridge is going to look like, but there's obviously all the track detail needs to be put in here now. Once the ballast is totally dry, and obviously at this time of year the ballast is taking probably about 2 days to dry out, whereas if it's done in the very hot days through the summer it dries within a day, but it's taking a lot longer at the moment to actually dry. So I want to leave the ballast to make sure it's absolutely brick hard before I start digging things out of ballast to put in cable trunking and all the other ancillary bits of pieces that obviously bring this sort of layout to life. So as I say, very, very short update. Hope you enjoyed the running session at the start. I certainly enjoyed running quite a lot of those trains that, to be honest with you, it's actually the first time some of these trains have actually been used on the layout since the layout moved out here, because believe it or not, we'll be coming up to almost 2 years since the layout moved from the house out to this purpose-built room that I now have. So that's really it from me. All I can say is thanks for all the new subscribers. The subscriber count just keeps on going up and up and up. And as I say, I will catch you in the next update, and hopefully there'll be more overhead portals, and this bit here might in actual fact be finished in terms of all the scenery. So until next time, cheers and thanks for watching. Bye.